Hello, good day everyone. How you all doing? So now in today's video tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys how to simply draw a trend line. There's no big deal about it. I'm just gonna show you the easy step by step on how to draw a trend line on your charts. And if you watch, this is my chart now. This is my chart. So I'm gonna simply show you guys how to draw a trend line. So now, firstly, let me show you guys something. In trading now and in the candlestick, because you're drawing this trend line in the candlestick, right? So now, for you to draw this trend line now, let's say for example, we have something like this. Okay, let's say this is the candlestick, right? So now we have the wick, the up. Let's say, okay. Okay. Let's say we have a candle like this, and we have the wick, and you have to remember that this is a candle, this is the body of the candle, this red area, this red side. So these are the body of the candle, and then this thick area is the wick, you know that. So now when you're drawing a trend line, you're connecting the, assuming you're drawing from the downside, you're connecting your, that's if you take your trend line, you're connecting the wicks, you're connecting the wicks, that's the wicks from the low. That's if you're drawing from the downside. You can just draw simply, you're connecting the wick from the lows to up, then you move, you just shift it up. So when you're drawing a trend line, you cannot just take your trend line to here and start drawing something like this. No, because this is meaningless. Are you getting what I'm saying? So now you're trying to connect, that's if you're drawing for the downside, you're trying to connect the lows. And for you to connect the lows, you have to take it from the weak side, that's below where the moves ended below before it starts shooting up. So you can take it from the weak side. Are you getting what I'm saying? You can draw something like this, and as you can see, it touched this weak area. It touched my trend line to touch the weak area. So I took it here, boom, and I now shifted it up. So when you're drawing a trend line, you're trying to connect the lows, that's from the weak area, the lows you can take from the weak area. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's if you're drawing for the for the downside. Then if you're drawing for the top side, you're trying to also connect the highs. That's something like this. There's a trend line. So you can see it touched this high here. So that is what I'm simply mean by drawing a trend line. So let's see this in the chart. Let's check it out in the chart and see how it works. So for example, this is the chart now. Let me zoom in. Okay, for example, okay, we have a candlestick here. So if I'm drawing a trend line now, okay, assuming that I'm drawing a trend line, we have a candlestick. This is the lows here now. I get, this is the low. So now I'm trying to connect this low and this lows here, and also these lows. Are you getting me? Because from your imagination, you can simply draw this trend line. It's very, very simple. Okay, you can simply take your trend line to, okay, say, yeah, this is the low here. You push it up. When you push it up, you try to connect it to these other lows here. Don't cut the candle. Don't do something like this. When you do something like this is not a proper trend line. Just make sure you're connecting it in the low sides. Any places, any low that you're connecting, this is a low here, right? And now we have another low here, and also we have another low. So you're connecting it in the low side. Don't connect it, don't use it to cut, don't use the trend line to cut the candle. It's not done that way. So if you want to draw a proper trend line, simply take a trend line to, then you can take from this lows here, boom, up here. It's okay if, assuming the trend line to, if the trend line to cuts the wick. This is the wick now. This is the wick. I showed you what a wick is. And if you watch this blue area, this is the body. That's for this candle. So now the wick at the stick area, even if it cuts the wick, no problem. It's fine. It's the trend line can cut the wick. It's okay. But don't let it cut the body. So that is simply how to draw a trend line. So if you watch, this is a proper trend. And if you watch, the market came here, touched here, and pulled up here, now came back here and touched here. Are you getting what I'm saying? And also rejected again in my trend line, pulled up again, and also came back here. And if you watch, this trend line too helps a lot. You get what I'm saying? It helps a lot. It's not just all about spotting the uptrend and the downtrend. That's not just the work of the trend line. The trend line too, you can simply use it to enter trade, to buy and to take buys and sells easily. Because if you watch how this market is respecting this trend line to the upside, it's very, very powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. Very, very powerful. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? It's very, very powerful. So if you're drawing a trend line, make sure you draw it the right way. Because if you watch this now, as you can see, the market rejected this area here. It rejected this area here. And also pulled up and also rejected this area here. And also pulled up and also rejected this area here. So it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. Rejection here. We had a rejection here. And also we had another rejection here. Getting what I'm saying? So, and if you also watch here, we had another rejection in this area here. So rejection here, rejection here. So this is simply how to draw a trend line. This is simply how to draw a trend line. That's for the downside. So for the upside, for you to draw a trend line for the top side, you can also simply take the trend line too. That's this two here. Okay. You can start from here and pull it up. Okay, let me take this up. You can start from here, down here. As you can see, it touched the highs here, and also it caught the wick. It's okay if it touches or cuts the wick. Don't make it to be away from the wick. Something like this. If you watch, it touched the wick in this area. It touched the wick in this area. Fine. And if you watch in this area now, it did not touch the wick here. No, don't draw it that way. Make sure that it touches the wick or it cuts the wick. Are you getting what I'm saying? Just make sure that it touches the wicks or it cuts the wick. Something like this is better. Something like this. This is a nice trend line. Also, if you put it at the end of this week here, it's also a nice trend line. That's something like this. It's also a very nice trend line. And if you watch inside this trend line now you've drawn the trend line. So you will say that this market is overall inside this channel. That's inside this area, inside this trend line, inside this channel. So that's where this market, that's where the market is now. That's the current price of the market. The market is still moving inside this channel and it's not breaking out. It moves up, and if you watch, it came down here, moved up here, came down, moved up, overall inside this channel. So drawing a trend line is very, very simple. So let's draw another trend line. Okay, let's say for example we have a move here. This is a low and this is a low. So we're trying to draw a trend line in this current market. All you need to do is to also take this trend line to here. Then from here, and if you see here, we don't have much wicks here. Fine, just make it to be in the bottom. So you will take it here, then push it up here. And if you watch in this area here, it caught the wick. It's fine. If it caught the wick, it's okay. But don't let it cut the body. If it caught the body, that's not a trend line. Just make it to cut the wick. Draw it in such a way that it cuts the wick or it touches the wicks. Are you getting what I'm saying? So now this is a proper trend line. You can extend this. You can extend this over here. Okay, there's a proper trend line. So overall, this market came here. Overall, you can see that the market came here, rejected, then pulled up to this area, still came back, rejected, and also pulled up before it started forming this new trend in this area. So that is it. So let's see if we can draw for the top side. Let's draw a trend line for the top side. You can simply take this trend line too, okay? You can draw from here and also to here. This is okay. This is fine, beautiful. And if you watch, this is, in this trend line, doesn't matter the shape, how the shapes looks like. No, it's not about the shape. It's about drawing the trend line properly. And if you watch here, you have the same thing here. Beautiful. It touches the wick above. Beautiful. It also touched the wick above. Beautiful. This is a beautiful trend line. And overall, you can see that this market is inside this channel. Inside this channel. This is a channel. Inside this channel, or inside this trend line. Are you getting what I'm saying? So drawing the trend line is super simple. That's if you make it simple for yourself, if you like keep it simple for yourself, it's very, very simple. So this is a proper trend line. So now let's draw one more trend line. Let's draw, and remember, it doesn't matter the shape. The shape does not matter. It's all about drawing the trend line the proper way. If you see here, we have a different shape here, and also we have a different shape here. It's all about drawing the trend line in a proper way. So make sure you draw your trend line in a proper way so that you can be able to analyze the market easily. Because if you start drawing your trend lines in the maybe inappropriately, you get what I'm saying? That simply means that it's very, very, it will be very, very difficult for you to analyze the markets successfully and make profits. So make sure you draw the trend line properly, because it's very, very important. It matters a lot. So keep a clean sheet. Just make it simple for yourself and easy for you to analyze the market by simply understanding and practicing how to draw the trend line properly. It matters a lot. It matters a lot. Okay. So now you can see trend everywhere, trend everywhere. Okay. Let's draw one more trend line here. Okay, in this market condition, you can simply take, you can also see this trend line just like an imagination. It's very, very simple if you like understand this, if you practice this. Okay, so after this video, I would like you guys to like go on your own, move to your chart, draw this trend line, try to draw trend lines. Are you getting me? Just try to draw trend lines. If you really have any question, just make sure you contact me. Okay, so now let's draw another trend line. You can take the trend line to here. Okay, this is a low here, this is a low. You can simply start from here. Okay, beautiful. Wow, this is a simple trend line. As you can see, it cut the wicks, no problem. Let it cut the wick. It's okay, it's fine. As long as the trend line is drawn properly, this okay. Okay, now we have the trend line for the bottom side. So let's draw for the top. You take here. Simple, 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 simple. This is it. This is it. This is a proper trend line. Let's just extend this. Wow, this is a proper trend line. Are you seeing it? This is a proper trend line. So make sure you draw your trend line properly. And also let's draw some more trend line. You take here. Remember, you connect the lows. Okay, beautiful. This is a beautiful trend line. Okay, you can also take from here. This is also a beautiful trend line. Okay, that's simple. Okay, let's draw some more trend line. Let's draw some more. Let's draw some more. Let's draw some more. You take here. You draw trend here. Okay. And for the top, you take here also. And for the top, you can simply take from here. Boom. This is what we got here. And you can simply adjust this one here. Wow. Boom. This is it. Proper trend line drawing. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. Let's draw some more trend line. Let's take from here to here. Nice one. And if you see, I don't really find it difficult drawing trend line. It's very, very simple for me to draw a trend line. I draw trend line in a matter of seconds. So because I've been practicing it, I've been doing this for years now. So now let's draw this again. I've been doing this for years now. So the more you practice, the more you get better. And for the trend line thing, it's very, very easy for you to draw it. It can just take you a few days of practice for you to draw the trend line properly. So we still drawing. Let's take here. We still drawing trend lines. Let's pause these trend lines. We still getting it. Wow, beautiful. Trend everywhere, man. This is money. Trend this morning. You get me? Trend this morning. If you want to be successful in this forex trading, learn how to draw a trend line properly. Okay, just practice this. So with this and also some other strategies applied, it's gonna make the trading very, very easy, super simple and super easy for you. Just make sure you draw the trend line properly. Okay, we'll be stopping here, but let's take one more trend line and we'll be over. Boom, you take the trend line too. Very, very simple, very easy. I don't need to start looking at the chart for a long time before I spot the trend. No, I shift it here. As you can see the connection here, connection here. You have a connection here, beautiful. Connection here, beautiful. Connection here, beautiful. And also connection here, beautiful. Connection here, beautiful. Connection here, beautiful. Okay, that's simply it. So let's check it out. We got this nice trend line here. This one, nice one. Nice one here. Wow. This one here, nice. Nice one here. Okay, nice one. Nice one. Okay. Oh man. You know, everything you see here, even from here, we still have trend there. You can simply take the trend line too. Trend is everywhere. You can simply take it here. Boom. This is it. Take for the top side. Oh man. No big deal on this shit. Beautiful. Let's still draw in this area. And I'm just trying to show you that it's very, very easy drawing this trend line. Okay, we still take here. Very easy, very, very simple, super easy. As you can see, we have our trend line. So that's simply how to draw trend lines. Let's take one more again. Yeah, you can take from here, take from here. Boom, see how fast I did that. Very, very simple to show you that there's no big deal on drawing trend line. So thank you for watching. Make sure you practice these. Make sure you spend your time on the chat practicing how to draw your trend lines. And if you really have any question, just let me know and I will get back to you. Thank you.